Oh boy, you guys are having some hot takes. Alec Cook, Stepan, he always has trouble. Maybe that should be his new middle name. They're talking about Checo and having problems with the Red Bull car. Oof. I want to thank everyone who's here right now. Again, I want to thank, start with the family. Basically, those are in green. Miyaki, Paula, Stefan, L. I know you're here. Anyone else here? Jean is here. Again, Stefan earlier dropped a bunch of the emojis that you have available to you. Becky's here. So it is clear, but it's 18 degrees Celsius, which is 64 degrees. Track temperature is not that, is 21 degrees. So it's relatively cooled for Qatar. We're not in the blistering 16 degrees that we were in Vegas. Uh, so there is that. It's not as cold as Vegas. Looking right now. One of the things that is in play though is it is windy. It's gusty. Right now it's showing 8.3 kilometers an hour from the northwest, from the north. It was like 10 meters per second from the north on the F1 graph. So there's a lot going on. Yeah, no politics, no religion. Come on, keep it to F1 in here. This is a motorsports chat, so we're going to keep it that way. And most people who are not going to follow that rule don't really belong here because they weren't going to follow that rule in any shape or form. So again, I'm waiting for a green light for track that's clear. That's good. So we're just waiting for SQ1 to start any moment now. Again, just going over the rules. SQ1 is 12 minutes, SQ2 is 10 minutes, SQ3 is 8 minutes. They're required to use a medium tire in SQ1 and 2, and a soft tire for those who get to SQ3. So we have is it a green light? And is it now a green light? The Mercedes, who went out first? Be about a moment for the. So it was Magnussen who went out first. Looks like. Huh. Oh, so I didn't see Magnussen leave. I saw Stroll go out second. So Magnussen out first, Stroll out second, Zoe out third. One of the Ferraris is coming out. So we are getting our first people out on track. Again, they got to go around and do a lap around before they get um, doing their hot lap. Now, one of the strategies that we saw, so Sainz went out first, so Kirk's going to be out second behind him. So one of the strategies that we will see potentially is that they may go around a second time basically because the track is cold. They may think that they may need to go around a second time to put basically temperatures into their tires. I'm just trying to think, who are you guys rooting for? Close ladder, these F1 drives won't suffer any hot humidity. Unlike last year, they changed the year-round to number, which is kindly cold right now. He's in Saudi Arabia. It's cold around here. I'm in North Texas, and it's cold here too. Let's see, and it's Grash with a G, not Crash. Looking at it right now. I will try and get a drink of water in a moment. Bell's rooting for the Papaya team. Red Dot Hamilton. Sahu is for Alonso. Austin Nels is rooting for Albon. Murd wants Colapino for Paul. Arsh is rooting for Ferrari. L for Oscar. Paula for Max. We all know that you are doing that for Max. All season long. Shay has hitched her wagon to Ferrari after being on the Red Bull team for all season long. Giddy up, go Ferrari. Looking through right now. .22 degrees in West Australia, Grash. Mags and P1. Wow. I mean, he was first out. I mean, it has changed again. So Clerk put a 123 on the board. Are we looking at? Yeah, we're looking at the first go arounds right now. So Bottas is now just went P1 on the board. That's going to change. Sainz P2. Clerk is going to come around. He's going to go P1 with a 123.259. Verstappen P2 123.291s. So in the 123s we've got Leclerc 259, Verstappen 291, Bottas 407, Sainz 543, Hulkenberg 728, Magnussen 750, and Stroll 984. Gasly just went fifth on the board with 123.710. Albon a 124.064, and Joe a 124.6064, and then Colbin at 125. Norris right now cooking at the moment. He's got fastest first and second sector. Perez has gone 11th. Joe has gone 12th. Again, Norris has gone top of the board, 122.785. So he's almost a half a second faster than Leclerc right out of the gate. Again, we will see some track evolution. It is in the desert. It is dusty, dirty. I know we had Academy and F2 on this track earlier today as well. I mean, that has helped. But again, it is the not much takes place on this track, so that is one of the things that can happen. Particularly if the wind really picks up, it can pick up dirt dust and throw it across the track as well. Looking right now, we got 2,000 you watching right now. Again, we're about halfway through this session in this SQ1 session. Again, they are required to use medium tires on this session. Russell just went to P2 with a 122.811, 0.026 behind Norris's time. Magnussen has gone third with he is 0.166 behind, and then Leclerc in his previous lap, best lap is 0.474. Hulkenberg is pitted. That's interesting. He's probably making an adjustment to the car and putting on a new tire. Stroll just went fourth. Stroll was fifth, I believe, in SQ1. He was in the top 10 in SQ in free practice. Hamilton just went. He went ninth. Magnussen has gone third again. Clerk back of the board with 122.157. I'm a little bit ahead of you guys. We're 5 minutes to go in this session at the moment. At the bottom, Colapino just went 19th. That's not really good. So Hulkenberg right now is in the pits. We'll see. Is there a reason why he's still in the pits? Yeah, with 5 minutes to go, he is P15. Now it's P6, and Gasly went ahead of him. So Goldenberg is P16 at the moment. Gasly has fastest sector 2. He's done this all day during pre-practice. And that was who went off the track. And Lawson has gone off the track. So that's why he's no set time as of at the moment. So right now we've got Hulkenberg at P15, driver at risk, Ocon, Albon, Perez, Colapino, Lawson. Hulkenberg is pulled to P16, and Gasly's gone up to P4. So that puts Joe at risk right now. Gasly's time was a 122.586. He's 4.3 off of Leclerc's time. We've got 3.5 minutes left to go in this session right now. Magnussen is coming back out. Bottas is pitted. Hulkenberg is pitted a few minutes ago, and I don't know why he's not he's now coming out now. So he'll have a chance to go around and do a lap. Zhou is in the pits. He needs to get out like within the next 30 seconds in order to be able to go around. Changes, things are happening at the top of the board. Right now, that is less interesting as what's going at the bottom of the board at the moment. Again, Norris right now is a 122.021. The order is Leclerc, Oscar, Sainz, Verstappen, Gasly, Russell. Hamilton just went ahead of his teammate, P7. Russell to P2. Tsunoda P9. So that's a 122.912 for Yuki. So right now, Ocon is the driver at risk. He's got a 123.115 lap. We got 2 minutes left to go in this session. Ocon is the driver is 123.15. Stroll, Alonso, Zhou, Hulkenberg, Colapino are in the drop zone right now. Zhou is coming out. He should be able to get around in time. He's going to have to push a little bit to get around, but he should get around to do a final lap. Again, we're in SQ1. Tires are mediums. Everyone is required. Will be required in SQ2 as well. No one's cooking at the moment, but so that means that we'll see as people come around, they'll be doing their final lap. The first one, with 153 left to go, we've got Gasly that come across the line. So he's going to be the first to go on their final lap. His teammate Ocon is going to be next. Stroll by the Haas's, Perez, Alonso, Sainz, Leclerc. Again, right now, Stroll, Alonso, Zhou, Hulkenberg, Colapino are in the drop zone. Gasly right now is 7th. His teammate is 15th. He is driver at risk. Stroll has performed recently as P16 right now. He was performing well in FP1. So Gasly is having to now pass traffic. He had to pass Russell and Tsunoda. He's got Verstappen, Oh boy, they got a lineup of people who are trying to get gaps at the end of the lap. Ocon's going to have to deal with that traffic as well. And Gasly's not going to improve. And Ocon is going to come across the line. He's going to move up to ninth. Here we are. We are now getting so Magnussen, Hulkenberg locked in, Alonso locked in, Sainz second, Norris is first. These are times locked in. Perez is going to get to 13th. So Norris driver at risk. Lawson's going to go to 13th, pushing Perez to 14th. Perez, Mazda 7th, pushes Perez to 15th. Perez is locked in. Colapino's only going to go 19th. Albon's going to 15th. Perez is going to be knocked out. Hamilton goes in the 4th. Joe comes in, only goes 19th. He's going to be knocked out. Here comes Tsunoda. Tsunoda's right now 18th. He's only going to go 17th. He's going to get knocked out. So the last driver to look at right now is Ocon, and I think he's already has gone around. Yeah, he's not improving in his time, so he is going to be the last driver to be knocked out. Hamilton's going to move up to 4th, and that's basically cosmetic at this point. We know right now Perez, Ocon, Tsunoda, Zhou, and Colapino are going to be the 5 drivers knocked out in Q1. Another Q1 exit for Perez. Yeah, don't know what to tell you. So Q1 has ended. We know again Perez, Tsunoda, Ocon, Zhou, and Colapino are going to be the 5 drivers knocked out. Albon was the 15th driver at risk. Lawson was 14th. Gasly 13th. Hulkenberg and Magnussen 11 and 12th. So the top in SQ1 would be Norris, Sainz, Russell, Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc, Oscar, Alonso, Bottas, and Stroll. So Aston Martin in the top 10. Haas knocking on the door of the top 10. Interesting that we got Norris and Sainz 1 and 2, and then Leclerc and Oscar 6 and 7. So there it is. So it will be a few minutes now before we get to SQ2. Again, this will be only a 10-minute session, and again, a medium tire is required. Looking at what you guys in chat, you guys are not happy with Checo, and I don't blame you. Lawson and Albon had identical times. They did because Lawson went first. He was the driver at he got 14th and Albon got 15th. Ended with a banger on a lap through. Yeah, no, that's a 121. We did not see the 121s in practice, so being asked which team do I have in mind winning the constructors. Right now, it's McLaren's championship to take and win. They can walk out if they do well. They do like a 1-2. They can walk out this weekend, do well in the sprint, do well in the race. They can walk out, get I think 20, 21 points ahead of Ferrari. They walk out as constructors champion this weekend. So that's the situation. That if they don't, then Ferrari has a chance going into Abu Dhabi to basically take it from them. Even if Ferrari does like a 1-2 on both the sprint and the race, and also get fastest lap, they won't have enough points to clinch the constructors this weekend. It's not enough points to make that gap. So they can do a lot of damage this weekend into McLaren. Ultimately, again, we got Red Bull in that third place, and basically they're 54 points out. They literally have to score 9 points or more this weekend just to stay into the fight to Abu Dhabi. But then they've got to hope for a miracle in Abu Dhabi or this weekend. They either have to take a lot of points this weekend, and then there's a two-race miracle where McLaren's not earning any points, which is not likely. So track is clear, and we've got the board reset. It's just a matter of time when we go back to track for the SQ2 session. Looking at what you guys are saying in chat before you take off. Were any flags in Q1? No, no red flags. There were no red flags in free practice one as well. So I have no streak running at the moment. Again, and SQ2 has just started. Magnus and Hulkenberg are going to be the first two out. Max will be out next. If you haven't liked and subscribed, now's the great time to do it. Again, you're listening to live coverage of the sprint qualifying. We're in SQ2 right now, and this is the Race YouTube channel. You are listening to Crash with coverage of this qualifying session. So after Max is going to be Lawson, Sainz, and Leclerc. I'm not sure which particular order they're going to come out. My God, Crash is behaving so far today. My God, you guys. Anyways, back to the session. Did Alpine did badly for their track, but they're good at the sprint? Alpine is Gasly is performing extremely well. He has been getting into the top 10 multiple times in the last two races. So, whereas Ocon is basically not as performing as well as Gasly has been. Look at right now. Softs are only going to be available in SQ3. Those are asking again. Again, we've got this is a 10-minute session. We're already about 8 minutes into it. So we're going to see. No one has started a flying lap as of yet. Hulkenberg is the first to go out, so he'll be the first one to come around and start that. Team Magnussen is going to be second, and Verstappen is going to be third on these flying laps. So don't ignore the times on the board right now. These are out lap set on out laps. Sainz will be fifth, and Leclerc. I was at fourth, and Leclerc's fifth. Lawson's going to be sixth, and then Stroll and Alonso. Norris is on track. He is not in order. So these are cars that are going to be. Albon's going to be out on track. Gasly's not going to be out. So these are going to be cars that are going to be moving chicanes. Hulkenberg already having to pass Norris. Magnussen has got to navigate him next. Loss is on track. Oscar's on track. Stroll is coming around for starting his fast lap. So it looked like they're not doing the second lap go around as we saw in Vegas. Vegas was so cold; they were using that to get more energy into their tires. Here we go. Hulkenberg is going to set the first flying lap, a 122.416. Again, the times are going to tumble pretty quickly. Magnussen is quarter off of his teammate. Max is going P1, 122.188. Leclerc is going to go. See, Sainz is going to slot in fourth right now with 122.568. Leclerc is going to go P1, 122.130. Loss is going to come up to P6. Gasly starting his flying lap. Also starting his flying lap. So is Stroll. Stroll actually no. Stroll's Stroll's going to move to P5. So we're getting our first laps in right now. Russell Hamilton are coming to the line. They're going to start laps. So Gasly and Oscar are on their flying laps right now. There is enough time for those who came out first to go pit, put on new tires, make any adjustments, and come back out. Yeah, Stefan pointing out there's been no yellow flags. Got 5 minutes ago in the session. Gasly just went P6. Give some time to let new stats populate the board. Potentially hot stop. Yeah, basically a fast like a fast pit stop. Any adjustments they may need. Albon's gone 6. Again, we still haven't got times. Gasly just went 6 now. He's 5.65 off. So right, Oscar just went top of the board, 122.050. Right now, waiting for times for Russell, Hamilton, Magnussen, Bottas. Looks like Magnussen time was deleted. He's in the pits again. Goes Bottas. Bottas is going to go up to 14. No, he's not going to even set a time. So Russell did so Russell Hamilton took a godly amount of time on what hopefully I believe is their out laps. They're now starting a flying lap now. Bottas is on his flying lap now. Russell's got subsectors that are purple. Kirk does as well. Verstappen does as well. Sainz does as well. So those are who are cooking right now. Norris just crossed the line. Here comes Max. Max is going to go P2 with the exact same time as Oscar. Sainz is going to go to the top of the board with 121.0809. Leclerc is going to take P2. He's 0.009 behind him with 121.818. Comes Bottas, Gasly. Gasly's going to pit Lawson, Albon, Russell. Lawson to P9. Russell to P1, 121.488. Here comes Oscar and Hamilton. Hamilton's going to go to P7, and Oscar's going to stay at P4 at the moment. So as it stands right now, we've got 2 minutes left to go in this session approximately. Right now, Lawson is the driver at risk. Alonso, Stroll, Bottas, Oscar, and Magnussen are the driver at risk. Magnussen right now, it looks like it's had a lap deleted for Oscar. Yeah, so basically we've got no time really set for Oscar and Magnussen at this point. There is a his outlap was 41 seconds. Um, Wait a second. On the F1 board, he just backed up to third. I wonder if they restored his time. Here comes Oscar anyway. Here he comes. He's on a new flying lap. That's what I saw jump up. So he's so Oscar got his original lap time deleted. He's the fastest first sector. He just set a new lap time of 121.548. That's good for third with a 317. So he is that he's done effectively. Alonso just did P9. He's putting Stroll at 10th. Stroll has a 122.599. That's the driver at risk right now. Norris, Russell have pitted. Sainz and Clerk have pitted. Oscar is done. So the question now is who the fight for. And Max goes P4. He's effectively done. So Albon just is. So we've got Albon, Bias, Lawson right now. And time is up. So these are it 4 times right now. So Albon is the first one to cross. He's going to go to 10th. He's the driver at risk. Here comes Lawson. Lawson's going to go to 8th. He's going to and Bottas is going to move to 12th. So Albon and Bottas have been knocked out. Hulkenberg has moved to 8th. Where does Magnussen go? Magnussen 15th. Hamilton goes to 4th, though didn't affect drivers. Gasly just moved 9th and moved Lawson to 10th. So Alonso in the drop zone, Stroll in the drop zone. And Stroll is not making a lap. Let's see if Alonso is not making a lap as well. So it looks like at this point, we've got our 5. It's Alonso, Albon, Bottas, Stroll, Magnussen in that order are going to be eliminated. So Lawson making it to Q3. So the order is going to be Norris, Russell, Oscar, Hamilton, Verstappen, Sainz, Leclerc, Hulkenberg, Gasly, and Lawson making it to SQ3. Yeah, Lawson went through. He beat his teammate. He beat Perez. So that's a big deal that Lawson has beat out those 2 individuals. Don't know what to tell you. Again, Aston out Q3 yet again. Yeah, but at least it's not a Q1 exit. It's a Q2 exit. So yeah, I mean it's Perez 16th, Sonoda 17th, Filipino 20th, and we got Lawson at P10. Going into SQ1. I was definitely Oscar going off the track. Lawson seriously needs a permit drive. Yeah, this is why we are doing this. Dark Man says Ricardo will be back. Calling it now. No. Ricardo's done. He was if he had performed better, he would still be in the car, and he would be in the Red Bull car. But it didn't happen. Perez on reserve next year. That could happen. Perez has been named as a potential driver for the GM Cadillac drive. He's been named. Uh, Bottas is named as a potential driver because they're experienced drivers. So again, what they're looking for is a new rookie from the United States, and Herta is one of the drivers that comes up there. Kirkwood is another one. Ricardo for Andretti, I'm not. He could. I mean, he could be in that mix. It could be a way for him to get back to the grid. That is again a C. Although I really hope Abbas is in F1. Such like funny Philip, but he's not going to have a drive next season. He is at best right now the reserve driver for Mercedes. And the other story is that Mick Schumacher is going to be leaving the Mercedes team. He had been the reserve driver the past 2 years. When is Cadillac coming? 2026. No, 2026. They will be using a customer engine. Most likely Ferrari is the most likely the engine they're going to use. Is Audi still taking over Sauber in 2026? Audi has already taken over Sauber. It's when Sauber becomes the Audi name in 2026. F1 bag win award and Ricardo to Cadillac would be an epic marketing coup. That would be a marketing coup. Herta is another name. So award is one of the rookie drivers. Herta is another one. Pillow has come up. Pillow is the three-time IndyCar champion. Yeah, but right now waiting for Q3 to start. 8 minutes on the clock, and they will be using only soft tires in this session. Red Bull needs Checo sponsor money to pay for a max out. No, dude. Red Bull's got money, dude. Red Bull's got wings in terms of money. What happened to Franco? Went on Q1. Just not a great. Didn't put together a good lap. He wasn't looking good in FP1 as well, so wasn't too much of a surprise that he went out. It's hard track to do well for a first time out. Yeah, and this was actually made even worse by the fact that they changed the track. Um, all the curbs again. Last year we had issues with the curbs. They reduced all the curbs, but in doing so, they then added all these gravel traps around those curbs to make it even more to make it punishing for going off track. So Justin bring out if F1 hires at Wash F1 drivers, they're trolling or IndyCar rookies or IndyCar stars is the move. They're looking for an experienced F1 driver and a rookie driver. Is where they're where it's been stated right now, and they're lining up on some of them are lining up. Nope, and off they go. So there's a Mercedes, Ferrari, no, the other. So Russell went out first. One of the It's like we had both of the Ferraris, both of the Mercedes went out. So Lawson actually, they did not show. One of the Alpines came out in front of Max. They may get called for unsafe release. Max had to ditch to the side to get around to save not crash into one of the Alpines, and that would have been Gasly that he would have hit. So right now we've got Lawson, Gasly, Verstappen, Sainz, Russell, Leclerc, Hamilton out on track. We've not seen the Papaya team, and we have not seen Hulkenberg come out yet. I know that the timing chart, the data on the timing chart is borked. I don't know why they're not getting the data for tires as they need as they come out. Hulkenberg is the only one in the pits right now. And they are all going to be on soft tires. That is required for SQ3. Don't know why it's wrong in the source. So it was like Hulkenberg is going to go out and do a one lap wonder. We're at like 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in this session already. Let's see. So we've got 5 that are cooking right now. That would be Lawson, Gasly. They will get a chance to go around a second time. And don't wouldn't put any stock in any times on the board right now. We've not had a flying lap as of yet. Lawson's going to have to navigate around the papayas. Lawson's going to have to navigate around Norris before the last turn. So Lawson's going to set a time of 122.577. Here comes Gasly. He's going to set this next time. He's going to go P1 with 122.341. And he had to deal with Oscar. Turn, both Oscar and Norris had to deal with Gasly and Lawson on the beginning of their laps. Here comes Verstappen. He's coming across the line on his first flying lap. He's going to go third. Comes Leclerc and Russell. Leclerc goes first. Russell goes fourth. Sainz and Hamilton are the next two to come across. Sainz is going to come sixth, and Hamilton is going to come across fourth. So we got a 121.705 for Leclerc. Gasly is a 122.341, and Lawson is a 122.577. Ahead of Hamilton and Russell, 133, 143. So we got 134. Okay, so Hamilton and Russell are going around. That was a second time going around, and now they're on flying laps. Verstappen is on a flying lap as well. So we've got Norris and Oscar actually doing flying laps. Hamilton's now fastest first sector. Leclerc had fastest third sector. Norris just took that from him. He had the fastest second sector. He did a 121.0112. Oscar's now coming on across the line, and he just did P2. He's 1.59 behind his teammate. That's a huge gap between after them to Leclerc, who did a 6.93. Lawson's pitting. Hulkenberg is coming out of the pits with 2:55 left to go. Gasly's pitting. So it's looking right now. Hulkenberg's on out lap. Right, so it's going to be about a minute or so before we get new flying laps. It's going to be basically going to be like a one shot wonder for everyone left to do. We got under 2 minutes to go. So here comes Gasly and Lawson. So Lawson is Clerk's going to have to pass Gasly as he comes out of the pits. Hulkenberg is going to come around, and he's going to only get, this is going to be his flying lap, unless he goes around again. He's got a minute 43. I don't know if he's going to try and put another lap before doing a flying lap. That would put him last. Here comes Norris and Oscar. And I would assume this is their flying lap. And Oscar at turn 7 had an opportunity to get more time. Norris is going. He didn't start off great. Same with Oscar. For a few sectors, it was not really up to speed. Max has crossed the line. So he's definitely on a flying lap at this point. Is he? Not improving in the sector 1 times. Here comes Russell. Here comes Hamilton. What am I seeing? I'm trying to see if anyone's improving right now. Comes north of the line, but it looks like he is pitted. Didn't improve in his times. Oscar he's going to come across the line. Oscar does not he does not improve in his time. Did a 121.238 was his last lap. He will definitely, this will be the end of, so he is done for the session. Verstappen and Hamilton have crossed the line. P4, P5. Losses moved up to 7th. Sainz moves up to 4th. Clerk only moves up to 5th. Gasly's improving this time. He's going to move up to 8th. Lawson has already crossed the line. And Hulkenberg is improving? Not improving his time. He's already crossed the line. So that is going to give us Norris on pole. Russell is P2. Russell did a 121.075. And then Oscar's going to be P3. And that is it for sprint quali, everyone. So again, we've got Norris P1, Russell P2, Oscar P3, Sainz P4. This is first and second row. Leclerc and Verstappen on the third row. Hamilton and Gasly on the fourth row, and Lawson and Hulkenberg on that fifth row. And that is going to be quali again. Alonso, Albon, Bottas, Stroll, Magnussen out in Q2. In Q2, and then in Q1 was Perez, Tsunoda, Ocon, Joe, and Colapino. Yeah, no red flags, but that is to be expected with this track. The way it's laid out, it's not. If something goes wrong, you have a chance to recover. There's room. There's no walls right up. You have to get. Again, There's no walls right up against the track, so it is not. It is a forgiving track, and therefore no red flags. We had no yellow flags in pre-practice as well. No one was going off the track where their yellow flag had to be flown as well. So it is what it's going to be. For everyone here at the Racing 60 channel, we had about 4,000 of you at one point, about 32 away from 500 likes. Lawson had a track lead time. He's now dropped to 10th. So you'll start 10th ahead of so Hulkenberg. Basically, he was ninth. It's dropped into 10th. I want to thank everyone who's been here during the session. It was fun to do quali with you guys. I'll be back tomorrow to do the sprint race tomorrow, and then you'll see Ryan back for the sprint for the Grand Prix quali and the race itself. For everyone who again for Racing 60 Channels has been Grash. I'll see you tomorrow for sprint race. Take care. Have a good night. Have a good Black Friday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.